Hello, my name is Cheryl Wilson. I'm an abstract artist, and it's been about maybe a month and a half that I've posted a video. I mentioned this on my membership group that right now that's on hold, that I was going to take some time off for some repair of my body. And it's been going good. I still have these two fingers right here without going into a lot of detail. I still have a lot of nerve damage that I'm working on with physical therapy. But I've missed everyone, and I've missed doing videos. I actually haven't even painted until about, maybe about 2 weeks ago I started painting. I wanted to share a process that I go through in this video that I thought might be helpful. It was a little difficult getting back into painting. And I don't think in the 7 years that I've been painting that I've actually taken that much time away from painting a larger painting. I've got a couple back here that I've been working on, but I haven't taken that much time away from painting. So I needed to. I mentioned this. I had eye surgery, and it was pretty major. And I'm so happy that God did allow the eye to be repaired. It's going to take about a year before I get my full sight back. It's this eye, but it's getting there. And the nerve damage was when I was, it was a surgery that you have to be face down. So your eye repairs itself for 7 days. And during that time, I must have crushed some nerves in my elbow. I wanted to share with you some things that I've done in my studio. Just a little snapshot of a day I had this week with another artist came over. An upgrade to my studio that I did that I thought was exciting. And then a process that I think will really help, especially if you're really struggling with your compositions and what to do next. It's a process that I go through. I will periodically work with artists on how to help them with their paintings when they get stuck. And that was one of the levels of my membership, and it's also something I have as a separate entity now that the membership's on hold for a while. And it's what I do when I look at their paintings, and it's what I do when I look at my paintings. And so I thought it might help you sharing this internal type of a review that might help you take your painting from that very stuck phase into possibly finishing your painting, or at least giving you the inspiration to take the next step. So let's jump into, first of all, I want to just share with you some of the things I've done. One main thing I've done in my studio, and then we'll kind of take a little montage through my studio on, just kind of where I'm at, how it's decorated. Decoration of my studio is important to me. If I feel good in my studio, if I feel inspired, then it helps me paint. And so let's jump over to that part of my video, and I hope you enjoy this, and it's good to be back. I've missed so many of you.
The big upgrade I did was I added a beautiful flooring. It actually wasn't very expensive. It's just like black tiles that I put down, and I put it down on the whole studio. I left the middle part. I did have some tiles there already, but I finished off the rest of the floor, removed almost all the rugs I had in there so I wouldn't trip. Just kept one under the easel and one under my chair. And I really like the clean floor look, easy to clean. It's water resistant and I can just wipe up. Now just wait till after I do a couple paint sessions, I'll get the splatter all over the floor again, but that's okay. I really love the way it looks. So I brought this printer stand down so I can keep my paint closer to my easel. I added probably a couple more tools and a new brush or two. I refurbished and brought back in my fountain to have this peaceful oasis that I'm surrounding myself with, and just rearranged some things. Bought a couple more art books. You know, just a few things goes a long way. I decided to start what a lot of artists are doing. It's called the morning pages. And it's really been helping me capture my thoughts of my day, what I'm going to be doing. I'll talk more about this later because there's a whole concept behind it, but it's really actually been helping me. So here's a painting I finished. It's many layers, lots of scratching. A lot of times my pictures on my social media just don't do it justice, but there's a lot going on this. And I noticed when I got done with the painting, as beautiful as I thought it was what I thought thirsty. So here's what I put on it to start, is a glazing medium with like just a very simple brush. And I'm going to do another coat or two. And when I'm done, I'll varnish it. But the glazing medium just gives it a little extra life. And that's kind of the secret behind, if your painting looks dry, they a lot of times look really beautiful when they're wet, but when they dry, sometimes the paint just like really soaks into the layer, and that's what happened here. So another thing I did was I had a artist friend over and we just painted. We actually painted all day, had a wonderful time. We ended up collaborating on this particular painting, and so she would do some, I would do some. If you've never done that before, try it. You have to really trust the other person to do this, but we really enjoyed having the relaxation, taking the risk, and just enjoying the afternoon. And here's a couple others that I'm finishing up. Not quite sure where I'm going to go if that's done. This one I really like. I ordered a frame for that. I normally don't frame them, but I ordered a 1.5 inch thick frame, black frame for that one. They're 20 by 20s. And this one here, I think I need a little more work on it, but you can tell I love doing, and this one needs a little more work. I love doing the black and white and grays and very neutrals. So that's what I've been working on this last 2 weeks, and have really been enjoying like a sort of a mini series. So now for the fun part. I wanted to talk to you about how I get to this painting. Now I like this painting, and along the way, when I show you the different renditions and what I do, you may say, well, I like that better. Well, as the artist, you can pick whichever rendition you like. You can go whatever direction you like. This has the marks that mean the most to me. And this is the process I took. I took the painting in its rawest form. I then opened up Microsoft Word on the computer. I took a picture of my painting and I looked at it. I studied it based on the marks and things that I love. I asked myself, what about the composition? Is there a focal point? Is there, you know, a good value system going on? Is there good black between white?
And on this painting, I knew I needed to add something. It wasn't quite there for me. So when I took this painting and put it into Word, I was able to use the tools in Word, and I haven't done a demo here. I can do that if enough people ask me. Let me qualify. If enough people who are subscribed ask me, I can add a demonstration on how I actually go in. But I added the black areas, I added the white lines, I just added some more scraping, some more marks. I added black and white differences, I added actual shape differences, and I looked at it, and so that takes me to the next step. So I take the painting into Word, I take a look at it, and I do a like an idea of where I'm at. So I actually did some markings on a piece of paper and put it on this canvas to see if this is what I wanted. And I was really in the mindset of very neutral colors. So these marks didn't do it for me, but I needed to go through the scenario to see. So my next step was to take it to next. So I'm at the point here where I've brought it back into the very neutral colors, which is what I wanted. I added my drips, the marks I like, layering, some spray paint, a lot of scratches. Of course, the writing, that's the word that I use a lot. It's a word backwards. There's a piece of mixed media paper that I put in there that I use in a lot of my pieces. And I got to this point by looking at the piece in Word and coming up with ideas that inspired me to just push me to this level. Could I have gotten here without going into the Word document and just playing with some ideas? Eventually. But I find by looking at my art with an idea of composition, value, what my favorite marks are, really inspire me to take the art in the direction that I really enjoy. I decided to call this Seduction in Grayscale, and again, it's a 20 by 20, it's 1.5, it's on my website for sale, and it's on my different galleries, but I really enjoyed painting this. I hope you enjoyed this last portion, especially on how I take my paintings, and especially the ones I'm stuck, and look at them with a different lens and take them into word processing, Word, and give me inspiration and ideas. And if you did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. There's so many of you that are not subscribed. Right now, I answer every single comment you give me, even if you're not subscribed. But I would love for you to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and it does help the algorithm. I'm still a slow growing channel, and it would really help me out. So let me know if this was interesting to you, and leave me a comment on, especially, do you like the grayscale neutral paintings as much as I do?